how is eHempHouse helping address environmental threats?
Well, that's a big question, Richard. So, so the whole business is focused on several ways of trying to repair the damage that's been done over the last 200 years. Majorly with our overuse and abuse of fossil fuels to actually drive our whole world. Which is where we see hemp being an answer. But also in Africa, for instance, there's three founders. There's myself, there's Andy, who I spoke about before, and Stephen Putter, who's a South African. He's an agricultural specialist, and his passion, amongst other things, is regenerative agriculture, repairing the soils that we all rely upon. And that's actually what we are teaching on the farm that we have in southwest Zambia, 1,000-acre farm down there. So eHempHouse is looking to be a spark to drive a new green industrial revolution, which is where the smart box comes in, and we're mainly focused at the moment in time on doing that in Africa for a whole host of
but it's also the amount of CO2 hemp sequesters.
Hemp has a whole load of amazing environmentally beneficial properties, as you mentioned there quite rightly. One of them is the amount of CO2 that hemp will remove from the atmosphere as it grows, which is significantly more than trees, and not a lot of people will appreciate that, I don't think. And hemp will grow very quickly, so it grows from seed to harvest in 100 days, unlike 25 to 30 years for trees. And it's a regenerative crop, so it actually repairs the soil as it goes. So hemp has a whole litany of environmentally beneficial properties. And let's face it, why do we want to cut down trees anyway? Because let's leave them growing, sucking CO2 out the atmosphere, and being a habitat for loads of wildlife and doing the environmental goods that they do.
What makes hemp so sustainable and also, commercially lucrative?
So as we've already kind of ticked the boxes of the environmental benefits of hemp, it's sustainable because it actually is a positive impact on the environment rather than a negative, and you don't need to add any damaging things in to actually cultivate it, as you quite rightly said. Lucrative. So we could get into, so we probably need to say a little bit more about what we talk about when we talk about hemp or cannabis sativa, because that's the parent plant of all types of hemp. And you've got three basic types of hemp cultivation that go on at the moment. You've got the narcotic side with the high, what they call THC, and they use that for medical marijuana as well. Then you've got one that's focused on the flower and the seeds, where you get the CBD oils. I'm sure you know all about CBD oils. And all the stuff you can do with that. And then you've got one that you're growing for the fiber mainly. Some seeds and fiber mixes, but mainly for the fiber. So it kind of depends which hemp property you're talking about. But if we look at the one that's got very little THC in at all, and you're growing it for the fiber, the facts are that you can make a whole host of hemp-derived products from that fiber material. Or you can house yourself, you clothe yourself, you can feed people. So it provides an alternate product to a whole host of other products that up to date have been based on fossil fuels. So just one simple one like hempcrete for building and other building products, that's a substitute for concrete. And you may or may not know, but concrete itself is responsible between 6 and 8% of all greenhouse gas emissions in the world. So just one product that you're looking at now it just shows you the power that you can go with the plant.